Okay, yeah, so there's Triss, but we're actually deliberately going to just take a little bit of a step back to rewind the clock here. What I want to make sure we have the chance to do is we still can do our remaining Witcher contracts here, because these were basically some really high-level Witcher contracts that the Missing Brother was actually one of the first ones that we ever got. And when I saw them, I thought, man, these are such a high level. They're close in level to what we're seeing for the DLC. Then I thought maybe we are technically supposed to wait until we're doing the DLC for us to do these ones, but you guys are saying, no, that's not the case. We actually should do them before we finish the main game. So for that reason, I think we'll do these now, and then we'll go back to talking to Triss, because, I don't know, we might have been a bit on a timer there, trying to help her out, but just in case, we'll do this stuff here and avoid any potential point of no return type of situations in which we might have been starting to approach. But anyways, as for which one we do first, I suppose we'll do the lower level one first. And like I said, I think this is one of the first Witcher contracts we ever got. So let's see. We talked to them, yeah, at the Inn of the Crossroads, which was one of the first places we went to in Velen. Then we need to explore the mine using our Witcher senses. Though Geralt had plenty of other worries, he had not forgotten about his trade, which is, let I remind you, slaying monsters. While striving to practice his profession, he came across a contract offering an altogether attractive sum in return for tracking down a certain missing individual. No mention of monsters, true, Geralt had seen enough incidents of its like to suspect one might turn up. And besides, when it comes down to it, coin is coin. Okay, so where is this exactly? I suspect it's probably in the Velen area. Further south. Oh, really? Wow. That is, yeah, that's right around where we first came in the Velen area. We started off at Hangman's Tree, and then we did find this monster den that technically hasn't grayed out yet. This was one of the ones that it felt like we had truly completed, and yet it didn't gray out, so I don't really know if perhaps we're going to end up back over there at some point, or maybe more likely this entrance over here that I don't really remember. But either way, let's see. We could either fast travel to the border post or the Hangman's Tree. Either one's probably roughly equal distance. And are we actually at a fast travel spot right now? I don't think we are. We are not. We're not far from St. Gregory's Bridge, but maybe we just make our way over there first. And then we'll decide which way exactly we want to go. And, you know, we'll bump into random civilians. Okay. Now we're at a fast travel spot. So now... no, further south, right? Over here. So, border posts or Hanged Man's Tree. If we go to the Hanged Man's Tree, we could potentially take a quick look in this monster den to see if there's anything else. I know we went through there initially, thought we cleared everything out, and then I made this same type of comment, said, that's weird, that didn't gray out. And then on some future occasion, we went back in to see if there was something we missed, and it didn't look like it. So we've tried this before, but it still isn't grayed out, so I still don't know if that is because we truthfully missed something or not. And if you guys have told me, and I should already know this, well, then I forgot. But that was, in my defense, this was probably 4 months ago, if not more. So anyways, let's head back. And like I said, there's maybe a chance we'll actually end up over there for the Witcher contract. So there is the lovely Hanged Man's Tree. And, let's see, there are going to be some wild dogs over there, because those were actually, I think, the first enemies we ever fought in Velen. We read these? We probably have. Are these going to be some of the things saying, go to the Nilfgaardian Center Camp? This individual has been sentenced to death by hanging for spreading defeatism, falsehoods, and slander regarding the person of His Royal Majesty Radovid V, King of the North. Oh! Radovid, actually. So, Redania, not Nilfgaard. I'm a little bit surprised. Okay, so let's just mark that other place real quick. I mean, it's close. Shouldn't be much of a detour here. It is more or less right along the way. Random bandit. Yeah, sure. We'll burn ya. Sure about that? Because, if I'm not mistaken, you're the one on fire, not us. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, let's check this place out, which is actually below this little cliff face here, so let's not fall to our death. But I don't really know that we're necessarily going to find anything in here or not. We're just going to check. There's the actual entrance, though. Whoa, down there? Perhaps? Or is it up here? Is that it down there, or... No, it's this. Okay. So yeah, there's this not-so-living person. I forget if this was technically tied to any sort of quest, or if this was just purely us exploring and seeing if there was any trouble we could get ourselves into. Might even try throwing on a cat here, make it a little bit easier to see. Because yeah, most of the stuff should probably be looted. There are... Oh, hold on. There are some trolls in here. Okay. Tell you what. In that case, why don't we head back to the place where this quest is technically supposed to lead us? Because that may further suggest that, yes, there's a chance this is where we are ultimately going to go. Let's deactivate the cat potion, and we'll see if this Witcher contract is ultimately going to lead us here. I feel like the chances of that being the case are seemingly becoming more likely. So, we'll head on over, and actually, I mean, we could probably just cut across a little bit here. Game seems to be, yeah, telling us to stick strictly to the path, but we don't necessarily need to do that. Okay. So it's actually a large area that we're supposed to explore, not just one specific spot. What is this? Some kind of, it's just a wild dog. Okay. Don't really care much about you. To explore the mine using our Witcher senses? I mean, this doesn't really look like a mine. This looks like a random field with some herbs in it. But maybe there's some kind of cave entrance. Ooh. This, do we appear to have missed? Oh. Maybe deliberately. Let's not pick those up. Can't tell what that is. From here, it's making a big sound. I know it's outside the circle, but I'm curious at least. Is that a fiend? No, it's a bear. Okay. Don't really care about the bear. If it was a fiend, I'd say, okay, maybe that's interesting enough that it's worth picking a fight with it. But yeah, I'm thinking we're probably looking for some kind of entrance to an actual cave. We're probably looking to go below where we currently are. Because this doesn't really look like a mine to me. Oh, there is an entrance over here. Okay. That must be it. Yeah. Is this the one that we were saying earlier? We might initially, yeah, expect to go into because I did not really remember ever going in this place. Maybe does mean that we're not going to end up heading back over here, but who knows? I mean, it's weird that this entrance is technically outside of the circle, but maybe once we actually go through the cave entrance, then everything inside of the cave will be in that circle. We'll see. Just head in first. Just feel like that's a little bit misleading. So we could have found ourselves only looking inside that circle and just missing this altogether. Okay, so this, I think, is the spot we're looking for. But out of curiosity, what is that down there? Like those lights off in the distance? What is that? Just some small little settlement-like place on the edge of this island? Okay. I assume we've been there before, but okay, this is probably what we're looking for. What do we have here?
To do something like this.
Yeah, that is a severed limb of some variety.
Monster tracks.
No idea what kind, though. Those are an odd shape. Huh. Doesn't look like anything particularly big and hulking like a troll that we were seeing in the previous caves, so that's a little strange. Let's just make sure we're keeping a close eye out on what this is technically telling us to do, just to explore the mine using our Witcher senses. But I say that because we have now what looks to be 2 circles. We have the big one over here, and we have the little one right here. So, yeah, let's save. And is there anything else we want to check out before we actually go in? I kind of doubt it, but oh. Okay. It's a little strange the way we both sort of looked at each other like, oh? We gonna pick a fight right now? Nah, not this time, but okay. Tracks continue in here. And this is now looking more like... nope, not that one. This one. Cat potion territory. I'm sure we can light this, but heading down, I'd have to think. And let the spooky music set the mood. I mean, my instinct was telling me that this direction was the quote-unquote correct direction. But then part of me thinks, well then, we ought to check this place out first. At least see if there's loot here. And this was, like I said before, a high-level Witcher contract. So in theory, at least something in here is going to be pretty tough. Potentially even multiple things in here could be very tough. But this is now, at least on the edge of the circle, borderline outside of the circle. So I think this is pretty safe to say this is the quote-unquote wrong direction, or at least this corner will be. Just looking at this ledge and wondering, can we get back up once we drop down? I hope so. Whoa!
Something just woke up.
Oh. Great. Maybe we do go the other way first, just because I feel like, yep, that looks like that's going to be our main bad guy right there. I think as soon as we drop down there, we're not going to be able to get back up. And so maybe we'll finish by going back here. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why we can't continue to explore the area once we've taken down whatever enemy we're expecting to take down. Also, probably didn't need to pick up that skull, admittedly. But yeah, so the tracks are truthfully taking us in this direction. Okay. So this does, in fact, appear to be the correct direction. But we'll just double back to check out the other side as well once we're done. So yeah, that's where the big bad guy is going to be. Still don't really know what the deal is, though. The contract was for a missing person. We don't know anything about the monster from that, and then we're just following these tracks, assuming that 2 and 2 will connect. But, oh, this over here is, oh, okay, a chest in what is kind of sort of an entirely different area. Whoa, hold on, the tracks are down here? What? Okay, I did not expect that. Hold on just a second. What? So the tracks actually split. And it looks like whatever monster it is currently right there around the corner. In fact, if it's just making a little bit of movements, it could potentially even get close enough to see us. So that makes me think that eventually we will end up going in here. But, yeah, I think we go here now just to get the loot, but we might even end up chasing this thing down here. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. Now this, hold on. This is huge, this area here. We're not going to be able to go down here without suffocating. Also, our cat potion just expired, so now we cannot see a thing. I would like to believe that we are about to surface, although I would have thought we would surface by now. So let's throw in another cat potion. I am concerned. We may be about to drown. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so actually hard to gauge which direction we ought to go in first here. I think we just fight the big enemy first, or at least what I suspect will be the big enemy first. And then we'll explore what look to be actually a bunch of different side avenues. And we may end up going down some of those as we fight it and potentially chase it down. But here goes nothing. I mean, we can sort of see the silhouette, but can't really tell what it is from here. It's almost like an Intriga of some variety. That might make some sense with the type of, yes, Intriga sounds, I think. It makes some sense.
It looks fresh, but where are the bodies?
This the kind of tracks we're seeing. Okay. That's obviously it, right? young one? Uh-oh. It's just the child of the big bad one that we are perhaps about to face, but... Hello? You gonna call your mom?
Young specimen. Mother can't be far.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, we can investigate these peoples here, and there is a lot of loot around here. How good will it be? That remains to be seen. That was uninspiring there. Or over there, up that ladder. And certainly we'll want to investigate these bodies as well.
Another victim.
Okay. But no great details here. I mean, we have pretty much confirmed what type of enemy we're going to be facing here, right? There's at least that. Some kind of insectoid. Did we miss that one down there? Hold on. We did. But nope. Wait, we already know about you. Ooh, that's actually not bad stuff either. Now we hop on up. Okay. So yeah, where is this enemy actually going to be? Because this does look like a pretty darn big cave system after all. Whoa. Okay, walk the plank? Question mark? I did not see this before. This is the area we were on previously. I think it might... No, it may not have been. More loot. This time a little bit better than the previous chest. Sapphire. Full-blown sapphire. That's valuable. That's very nice. Okay, and I think that was everything up here, right? There's no other direction for us to go down. Once again, our cat potion expiring. Man, it is dark in here. Yeah, we very much need that. We're actually running out of cat potions. We only have one more before we'll need to meditate to refill. But this is lit up a bit here. You're alive? You might technically be the person we're trying to track down. Oh, well, you're totally going to attract the attention of the big bad monster, right? It's no question that's the way this goes down.
What happened here?
It attacked us. God, I don't know what it were. At least 4 spans high. Tell me, the others are...
Oh, they're very dead.
Avenge them, Witcher. Kill the beast. Please. I've nothing to pay you with. But Mikkel, the one who brought us here, his brother's got coin. He'll
I
reward you.
vaguely remember the name
Look for him
Mikkel.
at the inn at the crossroads.
Okay. So let's see. Gives us an update. More specifically, explore the mine and find out where the monsters in the mine are coming from using our Witcher senses. Okay. I mean, those seem like two very similar things. Don't know if we're gonna... I mean, it seems like we could potentially destroy a big monster, yes. But perhaps the bigger question is, can we more permanently shut those monsters off from continuing to return and attacking people? Because, I mean, they're saying that Mikkel sent them here? A little bit strange. Then again, like, I mean, why would they come here? Be a little bit odd for an insectoid of some variety to abduct them. That would, again, seem like perhaps more of a troll-like thing to do. But who knows? Okay, so that's the direction we came from. Not really seeing anything there. This is a wall that we appear to be able to go around here, or perhaps even an elevator? I mean, this was a mine. So this, I'm guessing, will bring us down to the lower level. Okay. Okay, brace ourselves. Oh no, setting down a bridge of some sort, directly in front of us, in fact. Oh, that leads out? Wow. Okay, I mean, that is convenient. Yeah, like, you should probably escape right now. Don't know if we need to, like, bodyguard you on your way back home. Or if we technically need to defeat the monster before you run off. Otherwise, yeah, you're not technically going to be safe. We're gonna get punished for not saving you. But, go, run, home, be safe and whatnot. I'm actually curious if we can follow her all the way. I kind of want to see if we can do this. Does she actually go somewhere? Have you guys tried doing this before, or do you just kind of let her do her thing and assume she'd be fine? So I don't think there's anything that should be time-sensitive here. And, well, these are now guards over here. Redanian guards with their guard dogs, so in theory, you should be safe, unless, you know, that pillager causes you some trouble. Yeah, I mean, is this your home? Question mark? Perhaps, I mean, I don't remember who it was that we talked to that initially gave us this quest. Might have been someone over here. Would have been. It's just your spot? This looks like this is going to be your spot for all of eternity? Okay, so I think she has safely made it home. We probably don't have anything else to say to her, at least not until we actually clear out that mine. So let's head back then, and we might even take this opportunity to quickly meditate and restock on our cat potion charges, because I think we just used our last one, or at least used the vast majority of them. And so there we get them back. Oh no, Lids. You used one of your 200 forms of alcoholic beverage. I think we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Then again, yeah, I mean, we've almost never meditated for that purpose. We actually use our potions pretty darn rarely, or at least we need to restock on our potions pretty darn rarely. Let's head back, and we might even call Roach here. Don't know when the last time was that we used Roach. It feels like we might have technically abandoned her on some remote island somewhere. I would not rule that out. That was perhaps where she was for the past who knows how long. Okay, but anyways, let's head back now. And it's right here. So we do conveniently now have the bridge, which may make it a little bit more straightforward for us to go back to where we were previously. Also, let's make sure we have this active again. We could go down the right side and actually drop down now, because that was one of the places where Garrett was making that comment about how, ooh, something just woke up. That does kind of make me think that there may be something big in that direction. Seems like we've done the major thing up where we just were, where we freed the farmer's wife. But I think what we do now is we either go down underwater in that section we were looking at briefly before, or we go to the right here. I think we go to the right first. I mean, it shouldn't matter much. In theory, maybe, possibly, who knows? Try just poking our heads over here. This little corner. If we did, well then, wasn't much here. We might have already looted that chest. Yeah, there are tracks here. I mean, the tracks go everywhere, seemingly. Oh, what? Yeah, that's the place with the water. Huh? Earring Intrigas. We go this way? This looks a bit like a boss arena. Hello? Is anybody home? Dare I ask? Yeah. Almost looks like we could go up there. Yeah, this is giving me boss room vibes over here. Are we hearing anything? Sounds like it's above us, if anything. Controller is vibrating, for whatever that's worth. So ominous looking. I mean, probably has something to do with the black and white effect from the cat potion as well, but Might be getting closer here. This was the ledge I was referring to. Like this. This is where I meant to go. This is where Geralt initially said, "Oh, sounds like something just woke up." And my guess is we're about to fight that something. Hello? Can't have a chat? This is technically outside of the circle, as I think we were noticing before. But yeah, looks like we're going to be doubling back a little bit into the circle here. Be just like that? Oh, that's where we came in. So I think that means the only place for us to go is down into the water. Don't really see many other places for us to explore. Where was that, though? To the left right here? Yeah. So I think what we need to do is we need to use a killer whale potion to give us the additional breathing capacity, because it looked like there was quite a distance to travel down there. And if we don't do that, then my guess is we would suffocate. So is it this one? It is. Okay. So let's get rid of white honey. Yeah. And I think we're going to need both killer whale and cat active at the same time in order to breathe underwater for longer and see in the dark, because without that ability, it's going to be pretty tough to navigate down there. So let's go killer whale first, then reactivate cat, then let's save real quick. Now let's drop down. And by drop down, I mean swing our sword and then drop down. Okay. So at least we can see. There's that. Try looting this. Getting a little bit greedy here. I mean, it's not amazing loot, but... Okay. So the tracks are leading us in this direction. There is, in theory, something over there, which does pique my curiosity. But I think that's going to have to wait for another time when perhaps we're focusing a little bit more on just the loot and a little bit less on other stuffs. Because right now, top priority is don't suffocate. Although we do have some time here, it seems, because we're looking like we're going to be able to surface here. And we still have like half our breath remaining. There is some sign of enemies. So, okay, come on. Come on, Geralt. Yeah, right over here. Okay, well, I mean, could potentially get our breath back and then double back real quick to check out this corner. See if we can get any additional loot. Was it this corner? Or was it... Yeah, I'm getting disoriented. Where exactly was it? It was a side spot. It looked like it might have had some loot. Was it this? Might have been this. Nothing, though. That's odd. There's that little cavern with nothing in it. Okay, now we do probably need to just surface here for a second to make sure we don't suffocate again. This is the place where we initially came in, right? Yeah, because I think we basically doubled back to do that, so... Yeah, strange there wasn't additional loot there. I figured there would have been, but... Okay, so be it. In that case, we will just pick a fight, I suppose. Pretty sure that little side area was the place where we thought there might have been something before. Not getting too mixed up with all that stuff. Oh, there is something here, though, that we were going to miss, so let's try nabbing this, and then we'll head up. It's not huge, but... Okay, this is where I'm expecting for us to run into several Endrigas or Araki. So yeah, the tracks are certainly leading us here. And apparently they can swim? Don't know if I knew that was the case, but yeah, this clearly got some, like, Arrakis eggs or something, Endriga eggs, something along those lines. We can investigate, it would seem.
Eggs will hatch soon. Gotta destroy them. Ericus, a venomous one.
Yeah, kind of figured as much. Heresy? Okay, we got some experience points from that. Let's see what we can figure out about... I assume that is the enemy we are about to fight. Should be under the Insectoid category. You said venomous Arrakis of some variety? It's this one here. So, let's see. Ellen's woods and bogs brim with monsters. This fact is well known, and thus when the war drove refugees into this hostile land, certain of their number thought to avoid the dangers of the lowlands by hiding in an abandoned mine. They were in for an unfortunate surprise. The shaft they chose for their sanctuary was inhabited by a poisonous Arrakis, merciless and bloodthirsty monster. Yeah, so that does answer some questions as to why people ended up here to begin with, because it seems strange that they went into this mine to begin with, and it didn't seem as if an Arrakis or an Adriga would kidnap someone. I wouldn't really think they have the, the brain power to do that. Not that a troll is maybe all that much smarter, but who knows. Witcher knew he was in for a tough fight. The Arrakis had dwelled in the mine for years and had grown large and particularly strong and resilient in that time. Like other members of its vile species, it would be dangerous both at close quarters and at a distance. What's more, it was almost certainly venomous. He would need to imbibe Swallow or Golden Oriole, or both, before attacking if he was to stand a chance of surviving. As a small consolation, the Witcher knew the monster would be vulnerable to his signs, especially Igni, Ard, and Yurden. That's a lot, and despite saying that, they aren't showing up here in the vulnerable against category, which is a little bit strange, but let's see. Igni makes sense. We would probably do that anyway at the beginning just to try to reduce its armor. Ard, I probably wouldn't have considered, or Yurden really. We're typically just using Yurden for wraiths and Ard for flying enemies. As well as to the Northern Wind Bomb. Also doesn't show up here. Strange, but that is certainly my preferred explosive. We have that ready to go. Then Igni, Ard, Yurden. Okay. Can't guarantee that we're going to end up doing all of those things, but like I said, certainly at least I would think Igni could make a point of doing. What is over here? Does this go down anywhere? It does. I think we still have the killer whale active, so yeah, in theory we have the increased breath to check this place out and get some additional loot, perhaps. This is pretty obscure, so I'm hoping this is lucrative stuff. Executioner's boots. Oh, actually, what? Man, the tracks go everywhere. I mean everywhere. All these little obscure corners, I'm thinking, ooh, we're doing our due diligence, making sure that we check out every corner there is, but then, well, turns out there's still tracks here. Is this the place where we came in? Maybe this is actually the place we came in. Because again, it has that little area off to the side, but did we really miss another chest over there? Maybe. Yeah, it does look a lot like... Nah, I don't think it's the place where we came in, because we... I think we had this, whatever this is, on the far side from where we were.
Blood, flesh, digestive juices. Food for its young.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, let's, in that case, just be a little bit more thorough. Oh, we actually don't have killer whale still active here. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Hold on. Yeah, actually, our Witcher senses are taking us in this direction, it seems. Unless, well, actually don't know. You can see the cloud of smelly stuff. Yeah, it is sending us in that direction. So I think that is actually the place where we are ultimately going to end up. And we go here first in that case. This looks like it's just going to be a monster den, perhaps. With some young Arakai. I'm guessing the big one is going to be in the other area. Yeah, these are all going up as monster nests of some sort. So, no experience out of these, but I think that might potentially affect the difficulty of whatever fight we ultimately end up happening here. Roller vibrating. There'll be dust and some repair kits. Now, that is opening up a much bigger area, which does appear to be where our circle is. So I think that does imply that that's where we're going to actually have the boss fight. So yeah, I know we're hopping back and forth between side cavern to side cavern, but I'm trying to do the side areas, as many of them as possible, but it's hard to gauge which is the side area and which is actually the right direction because there's so much of these tracks. There's the smell Garrett was picking up on. I actually don't know if this was the the way we initially came down, or if this was the other way, because again, they actually look extremely similar once we get down here. But I think there is an underwater area on both sides. So we'll actually have to see where this leads us when we get up. Huh? Where is this? Is this actually the way where we initially came in? No, there are more nests over here, it looks like. Nests that we've not yet destroyed. Okay, so let's definitely do that. Expecting more young Arakai, or perhaps something bigger here. No need to examine. I think we know what we're dealing with here. And here's a young Arrakis over there. Hello. Okay. So we were talking a little bit before about how we wanted to make sure that we were both making so that the Indrigas stopped showing up altogether, and getting rid of the big one that was maybe the primary pest. So I think what we just did was we might have succeeded in getting rid of all of the little nests, and therefore making sure that this wouldn't still be a long-term problem. Now we just have the short-term problem of getting rid of the one big Arrakis that is the primary culprit here. So yeah, I think that's what we have remaining, and probably means we're not talking about just tiny little level 5 young Arakai. Let's see. So our killer whale did just expire. Let's reactivate that. Because this big enemy, I think, is going to be quite challenging. If it is level 33, then that's pretty high. That is our current level. Hold on. There are two directions here. I think this is not the direction that we were going in, or not the direction that we came from. So again, I want to check it out, but at the same time, is there even anything over here? It doesn't look like it. It's surprising how many dead ends there are down here. If you didn't have killer whale active and you tried going down one of those routes, then probably would suffocate. I don't even know if it's possible to do this without a killer whale. But fortunate that we did opt to go that route here, and actually deliberately not going to use our Witcher senses. Going to try to quicken the pace of our swimming here, because we're running out of breath, even with that killer whale. Okay. Got it back now. I think we might actually want to either white honey here, or wait this one out and try to get the killer whale to expire, because what we want to do is we want to activate some of the potions that give us the resistance/immunity to poison effects, because I think there's going to be some really nasty poison on this enemy here, and that was the primary suggestion it seemed that we were getting for from our bestiary. So let's throw on our Insectoid Oil. We know that that's going to be something we're going to want to use here. So let's track it down. What color is it? I don't recall. Oh, really? Oh, no, superior. Okay, I was going to say, for a second I thought it looked as if Insectoid was perhaps our one and only slightly weaker oil. I didn't think this was fully upgraded for a second there, but it is still increased 50% damage, so that's good. That's a lot. That'll definitely help. Then the other thing is that we probably want to switch around our potions a bit and take off the killer whale. I think we're done diving underwater, and we'll prioritize the poison resistance instead. And that's not really it. It was... what was it called? I vaguely remember the name. If I see it, then I think I will know. Because I think it is the same potion from Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 that did the same type of thing. It was... not that. Not can be named after any specific type of enemy, I don't think. Succubus, Golden Oriole, that's one of them. Poisons now heal? Hold on. Not only does it give us resistance, it actually heals us? we want to get poisoned? Excuse me? Yes, let's use our enemy's greatest strength against them. Okay, so I think we can get rid of Killer Whale. That's pretty safe. Other than that, 35% attack power from Superior Thunderbolt. That is a lot. And grants 100% critical strike chance during storms. I don't know if there are any storms right now. But the attack damage is a lot in and of itself. Blizzard was way back in Witcher 1, my go-to for any tough battles. It slows down time when we slay an enemy. But that probably means it's best for when there are numerous enemies out there, not necessarily a boss fight. There's still a chance there might be some mini Arakai or Endrigas to accompany the primary enemy here, so that might not be out of the question, but let's see. Any other options here that look intriguing? Swallow is good for vitality regeneration, but might actually be getting all we need on that front from our poison healing. Maximum vitality heals equal to the amounts of our current toxicity. That's kind of interesting. Anything else we particularly like? I forgot we had this. We could actually get Drowners whenever to completely ignore us. It is convenient, but, you know, to have that on us at all times just for that purpose is maybe a little bit overkill. Yeah, so I think maybe for our second go-round, we go for something more offensively oriented, like a Succubus Decoction. It does take a lot of toxicity to make this happen. So let's see, that's 20, and this one's going to be 70, so we'll be at 90 total, which is a ton. And that means if we were to add Cat Potion to the equation, then we would be over 100. So that's not going to work. But, we needed damage for a short time. I did not remember that. Let's get rid of you, though, because again, I'm hoping that by having the Golden Oriole here, that's going to be enough for keeping us alive. And then Succubus Decoction is for the damage, and Cat is for convenience, being able to see things. I mean, this is a little bit brighter here, fortunately. Okay. Headed in this direction. Remember, bunch of signs are effective, so that is a good sign as well. Looks like you were sending us over here? Yeah. Okay, well, that part where I said it was fairly bright, yeah, it is definitely getting darker. It is inconvenient. It's gonna get brighter over here, hopefully, maybe? I'll also drop another save, just in case, because it's been a little while. A little bit brighter, yeah. When back on. I accidentally ate food, but sure, we'll be ready to start healing immediately. And here comes our foe.
A shoe bearing Master Clog's mark. All that's left of the body. Putting yourself to the sword, all the better.
Okay, let's... Quen. Let's do this, ideally right now. And that. Woo! Hello. We should Golden Oriole right now as well. And we should argue. Which, yeah, does knock you back a ton. And wow, that is extremely effective. You are correct. Okay, that's the poison that actually heals us. So no problem there. Can we ignite you on your, sort of in your defensive position? Yes, we can. Okay, that does deal a little bit of damage to us. Please come back here. You are deceased. So, perhaps could have been very difficult mechanically.
From Mikkel's brother. Proof of what happened.
But at the same time, it had so many weaknesses that we had a lot of options, so it actually turned into a pretty quick fight. Let's see, a Raucous Mutagen. That's nice. Rotting Flesh probably don't need, but here's the Raucous Trophy. And here comes everyone's favorite animation.
Ooh!